Poor by us. I just didn't have my guys, didn't have our guys ready to play tonight. Um, yeah, got to figure out why. Jameer is he's our hardest playing player. He has the most spirit and courage on our team, and he was sorely missed tonight. But it says a lot about our group that a freshman's impact is missed that much. Watch guys play without guys all the time, and we got to do a better job as coaches every day. Emphasizing things that translates to winning. Obviously, we're not. Um, you know, um, I was proud of Nilima and Daniels. Thought he got in and played with great spirit and toughness and consistency to what we teach. We got to teach it better, and we got to get our guys to do it. I take this one on the chin. It's all me. And back to the drawing board, quick turnaround. Um, I don't know what the final was in Milwaukee, but a good, very good, very, very, very good top 25, Villanova team on Tuesday in Providence.
You were better offensively in the second half than the first. In that first half, were you happy with the shot selection?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't. One and all, I didn't say this in my open, but give X a ton of credit. Xavier, they played really well. They made shots. They played hard. They played with great spirit. They deserve a ton of credit. Rich did a great job. Two teams with one win in league play. I don't know if our guys thought they were more than a one-win Big East team right now, but we're obviously not. So I got to give Xavier credit. I didn't like, they did a great job converging on the rim on our drives, and I thought we took some very poor shots at the rim. When you don't have an angle to score, you want to play off 2 feet and pivot or pump fake and make a different decision than jumping into three guys and hoping the referees bail you out.
Ivan Milicevic had really struggled in Big East play and turned it around tonight. What makes him such a matchup challenge for your defense?
Well,
Helping you out.
obviously he's a great shooter, and if you aren't arriving on the catch with him with a high hand, there's a high probability that he's going to make the shot. You don't want shooters to have bad shooting nights. We don't want shooters to attempt threes. And right off, from the onset, um, kid from Montana, Messina Moore, who's on a tear right now, shooting the ball. He's getting 3-point attempts with guys guarding with their hand down. Um, you know, Trey Carroll getting left hand drives. Not ideal. We got to do a better job teaching and preparing to get the message across of what we need to do.
I think it was 30-26, Coach, when they started to pull away a little bit towards the end of the first half, 9-point lead. Did you think that was a big moment in the game, or was it more the way the second half started?
Yeah, I did. I remember keep checking the score, and it was in that 6-4, 6-4, 7-6-4, and I remember looking. I felt like we were getting some stop. Our press kind of bothered them a little bit. I think they called a timeout at one point, and I remember looking back to our bench, we needed a basket. We needed to see it go through, and I thought we got selfish. When we have four guards out there, um, your guards think they can take Trey Carroll, whatever, on the perimeter, and I think they kind of started matchup hunting on their own a little bit, and it's a great Pete Carril line. Crisp ball movement relieves the tension in the offense. And I felt like our offense got a little focused on hunting a matchup instead of just playing the right way. And I think I feel like it was around that time. I remember Duncan Powell charge in transition. I remember Ryan Mila block shot at the rim. I feel like it was around that time. Kev.
Hey, Kim. Kim, it just doesn't seem like there's the defensive carryover that you need from game to game here. You're not building and, clearly
No,
improving.
no.
Yeah, big step.
We're lacking the integrity you need right now on a night-to-night basis to forget when compete in this league. And we got to get back to the drawing board, emphasizing more in practice, building it more in practice, and hopefully get some carryover from games. But it was clear, and it's crazy to say it about a freshman, but we missed Jameer's spirit and his courage and play the game tonight.
Did you think you'd have the mismatch problems that you did on with their two bigs? Well, their two, well, forwards, really.
No, when you say mismatch, where do you mean?
Well, the two big guys who could shoot the ball, obviously they had an advantage all night long.
Inside or outside?
No, outside.
Yeah, you wouldn't think, you wouldn't think that, that there would be an advantage there. We were in a switch coverage. You should be at the level, and you should arrive with a high hand. And we'll get back and watch it and see when hands are down and when switches weren't adequately. But to see us struggling with switches after struggling with switches down the stretch, last game is tough, and that's on me. And we got to get better. We got to get better. We got to keep trying to get these guys to do the right stuff.
Kim, was the kind of the switching issues the reason why maybe you didn't go with Oswin pretty much early on in the second half, or
Yeah. I mean, after the timeout, the kid, um, you know, yeah, getting those threes are insanity, and we're not doing a good enough job delivering a message on what it takes to defend 3-point shooters, and it's been a consistent trend this season. Uh, our 2-point defense has been solid, which is incredible considering we don't, defensive rebound at a high rate. But some of the threes from the onset, Messina Moore is on a tear right now, and the attempts he got early in the game, it's an awful indictment on the job I'm doing, getting the message across of what needs to be done in games, and I got to fix it.
Second,
No.
second half, Kim. Obviously, some one-on-one play offensively, but you think that's more the frustration defensively?
Yeah, I thought, I actually said it to our group in the first half. I thought we played selfish at times. I just said it in there. And sometimes it happens with the guys on the court. Sometimes they feel, like you could take a guy or a mismatch, and sometimes you can match up Hunt. But you don't want to do a heavy dosage of it because it's never a good thing. It's never a good thing. Block shots, and air balls are a sign of not playing the right way offensively.
Mm-hmm. And Jameer, was he close at all?
Yeah. He, I think if it was the Big East tournament, he may would have played. It's an injury that you need some rest. It needs rest, and he didn't want to have a chance to want him to be comfortable and be able to move his arms without pain.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
And Kim, just the next two games at home, just how much that opportunity of trying to get this back on track at home.
Oh man, I felt I was sick to my stomach the other night for our fans. They that was an incredible environment the other night, and I was sick to my stomach. We let our fans down, and just gotta hope they keep showing up. I know they will, and we'll keep getting better and play hard. Play hard for them. Play hard for them. They've given us. They've been New York, Connecticut. They're giving us all they got, and our fans deserve better.